is our angel dust. And a lot of people have said that to us without even being kind of influenced by anything, to any opinions that we have. So with that being said, Jason definitely had a big involvement in making Polkadot sound different than DFD, but it still has a lot of the same elements, being quirky, having my voice, having him coming up with guitar parts, you know. But they feel like two different worlds to us, you know. Polkadot's a little more dancier, a little more electronic, but still has the aspects that I guess people liked about DFD. And I've never received an email or read an interview where people are like, yeah, I like Dogfest just because I hate Polkadot Cadaver. I've never. It's like a smooth transition. It's you know, it's like stepkids from a previous marriage, you know, find that they love their new mommy. You know, it's like, if that makes any sense, but.
Yeah, no, I love it. Is Polkadot a serious long-term project or just something that you're doing right now while you can do it? Yeah. I mean, I'd like to take it to a level that was bigger than Dog Fashion. We're planning on doing a tour in March and April after the record comes out, and well, I hate being on tour and hate being away from my house and my bed, and I hate sleeping in Walmart parking lots. So I guess I'll jump back in the van and do it again. So why didn't you keep the Dog Fashion name? Wouldn't it have been easier just to continue on with a new sound, reinvent?
Yeah, it would have, but it was only 2 members of Dog Fashion, the latest incarnation of Dog Fashion moving forward. It just seemed like it was kind of, it kind of needed to be put to bed. And I don't know, it's like, I just wanted to close that chapter in my life, you know. I think Polkadot is moving into the future optimistically, maybe foolishly. Maybe in 2 years we'll be talking and I'll be like, I can't fucking believe I did this for that long. But you know, it was just Dog Fashion. It was time for that chapter to be closed, to be done and finished. And I don't know. It's pretty much it.
Who is it? Mostly you that does the writing? Does the whole groups throw in? Is it? I know Jason has been close to you, and you've been in 3 projects, I believe, so far. Maybe more than that.
And Knives Out. Yeah, he's when he goes back into his laboratory in his bedroom and comes up with this shit, it makes my head spin around. He's a badass, and he does. He comes up with stuff that I'm like, I could never do that, and it's great because with the old Dog Fashion disco guitar player, he had no sense of rhythm. I love him to death. He's one of my favorite people in the world, Greg Combs. He had no sense of rhythm. He would come in with these alien fucking time signature guitar riffs, and me and John, the drummer, would be like, okay, so where's the one? What time signature is that in? What are you doing? You know? And sometimes it lended itself to coming up with parts that were really, really pretty badass, you know, once we got a gist of where he was coming from. But with Jason, I can rely on him to, if I'm at a total loss, him to come in with a complete song like Brainwash or something, and totally throw something into the mix that inspires me to like write another song or finish that song that we had no idea where the fuck it was going. He's awesome. He's a badass. He plays cello. He comes up with these piano passages that the middle part, the bridge of Adultery, where I've become a stranger to myself. That whole piano passage is all him. All the cello on that record is him. You know, he takes the burden off me, because like as long as Dog Fashion was in existence, I was the main songwriter, and it put a big weight on my shoulders. And I was like, I don't want to be the guy who has to come up with all these fucking songs. I got to write lyrics to this shit and come up with fucking music. Guys, help me out here, you know. So for him to come to the table and bring all this, excuse me, to the forefront is so welcoming and awesome. Jason, he's a beast.
Was Adultery the only one that had cello on it?
There were a couple cello parts on. Well, there was one cello part on my solo record. There might have been a couple on Purgatory. There's a good amount on the new record. And I keep pushing him to do more and more and more. You know?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
But yeah, he's a beast cello player. I mean, he'll sit down to a piano, not have any idea in the fucking world how to play piano, and come up with shit like the Bridge of Adultery, and I'm like, motherfucker, thank God, you made shit happen. God damn it, I can't take all the credit. I can never take all the credit. He's a monster.
By the way, how do you feel about the album, and I think Cologne, called Todd Smith by LL Cool J?
I mean, I can appreciate his success for being who he is and being that handsome and built for all these years. He is a chocolate dreamboat, but I wish that I had my own name. God damn it, because every time you Wikipedia Todd Smith, it comes up with him. Yeah, and I'd kind of like to have my own identity, but I guess I'm the vanilla version with no muscle tone, but that's alright. I didn't know he had a cologne. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, Cologne, the scent of Todd Smith, which I thought was just genius.
Oh my God.
For a second, I thought you hooked up with him.
He should have called it Negro Sweat.
Oh. That would have been perfect. Or
it would have made perfect sense. Jesus. Maybe I should come up with a cologne called Negro Sweat.
You should.
I'll one-up that motherfucker. I will one-up them.
Do it.
God damn it, for stealing my name. Anyway.
I just thought that was absolutely hilarious. On Anarchists, you did a song called Mushroom Cult with Serj Tankian. And on the internet, I don't know if you're aware, I think it's great. That song is often traded as a lost System of a Down song, and is claimed by a lot of the fans to be one of the best songs System of a Down ever wrote.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I knew that it was accredited to System, but I didn't know that it was held in regard as one of the best System songs.
Yeah.
Which is fucking awesome.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a continuation in the fact that my life is a cruel joke. We can't even get credit for writing that song and asking Serj to be a part of it. But you know what? Like we've touched on in this whole interview, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good.
Because I have a cologne coming out called Negro Sweat. And that is the only thing that fucking matters in this whole dialogue that we've had.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to it.
Sir.
Check
Thank
out
you, sir.
Sephora next year, Negro Sweat by Todd Smith.
Negro Sweat. For the people out there who want to smell like a muscular black man.
There you go. Awesome.
That's the commercial right there.
Right
Negro
there.
Sweat. For those who want to smell like a muscular black man. Jesus Christ, dude. All right. I will split the royalties with you. God
Thank
damn
you.
it.
I appreciate it.
I couldn't have done this without you.
I'm sure we'll both grow rich off of that idea.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. But fucking people throwing fucking Molotov cocktails in our windows of our houses.
I'm about to go get some Todd Smith, though. I need to smell like a sweaty metalhead on tour, or whatever.
Who sleeps in Walmart parking
Sleeps
lot?
in Walmart parking lots. Be awesome. It's like a
The
5-part
generation.
Scotch, 10 parts no regrets, I guess.
I like that.
I guess to wrap up, there's a new Polkadot album on the way. Do you have a date for that?
It should be definitely in the month of April. I don't really know, because the caveat about working with Rotten Records is that he's like, take as much time as you need with the record, and we take full advantage of that. So I imagine that it will be delivered in late January and probably come out in mid-August, or mid April. Sorry, but we do have a special guest on the record, which is Neil Fallon from Clutch.
Oh wow!
So I will totally work around his schedule. Which the last time we spoke was he had an open slot between Thanksgiving and Christmas, so that gives us, a couple weeks in December to get him in here to do his thing. But I'm totally psyched about it, and I mean, that dude, along with that, is a fucking 50-50 influence on me. So
yeah, I was gonna say, I read somewhere, I think that he was one of your favorites as well. Like, given touring, someone asked you, if you had the opportunity, would you tour with Clutch or Faith No More? I think you answered Clutch, if I'm not mistaken.
We actually did a show with Clutch that was awesome. We were Dog Fashion about 2004, had a day off when we were in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and our drummer, John, had the same drum teacher as John Paul from Clutch, so they knew each other, and there was kind of this familiarity between us, because we're both from Maryland. So we were like shaking hands and saying, can't wait for the show. We had a day off, and they said, John Paul from Clutch was like, we don't have an opening band, why don't you guys play? And we were like, oh my, are you fucking kidding me? And he was like, no, open up the show. So we ended up opening the show. It was awesome. Tons of people, and it was, we had been covering the song Impetus on our tour, and we said, are you guys playing Impetus tonight? And they said, no. And we said, do you mind if we do? And so on the sidelines, all of the members of Clutch watching us play their song. One of my really good friends is their stage manager. He put me in contact with Neil, and I said, look, man, let me know how much you want monetarily to be on the next Polkadot Cadaver record. You probably don't know us from Adam, but I would love to have you on the record. This is the perfect song for you. And he responded back, let's not cheapen the experience with any more talk about money. I'll do it for free. Let me know when you want me. And that speaks volumes about Neil. He's a sweetheart. And he's a lyrical genius and a huge influence on me, so totally psyched to have him on the new record. It's like a dream come true. He's such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. So if having a collaborative experience with Serj and Neil Fallon, the trio that would complete the whole thing would be Mike Patton, but I don't think that he's going to collaborate because he's not a big fan of me right now.
That's a bummer. That's so weird, but that's another interview. I'm holding you to that.
That is another interview, my friend. We'll revisit that hopefully before the record comes out.
For sure. So I guess I know you got to go, and I'm totally being a jerk, but we got a new album in April. Tour, you said March?
March and April.
March and Polkadot
Head
tour.
out on the road the second week of March. So.
Second week of March, cool. And then Knives Out, you said sometime next year, kind of undetermined.
Undetermined. Yeah, okay. It's very, very odd, but I'm sure I'll have news the next time we talk. So.
Alrighty, cool, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks a lot.
Good talking with you.
Yeah, have a good night.
All right, you too.
Take it easy.
Bye.